This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, thank you for joining the Haws Touchless product overview. The focus is going over hydration products such as drinking fountains and bottle fillers and how they are now available, touchless, sensor operated, and some of the other offerings that have recently become available, a lot due to the demand of what's going on with current global situations with the pandemic. My name is Samantha Hoke. I'm one of the regional sales directors here at Haws, and I'll be your host. The agenda today is going to go over the reasons why touchless products are important these days and where that demand is coming from. Then we'll go over some of the products, the drinking fountains and bottle fillers now available to you as touch-free, as well as some other solutions to what's going on these days. We'll dive into our electric water cooler product. We'll also talk about some additional bottle fillers that we've actually always had available for quite some time that maybe you weren't aware of, but worth knowing. And then we'll provide some contact information at the end. So a little bit about Haws's purpose. We're here to help improve the health and safety of our global community. We actually invented the drinking fountain back in 1906. So we've been manufacturing and designing hydration products for 114 years. The intentions of today is to offer products that are not only up to date with current demands and current times and touchless needs, but to also help maintain building code requirements as well as ADA compliance, which is your Americans with Disabilities Act compliance. We want to ensure we're offering you quality and reliable products as well as a good customer experience. In addition to being the inventor of the drinking fountain in 1906, Haws was the first company to come out with a modern touch-free bottle filler in 2010. So what are some of the benefits of touchless hydration options? Pretty common sense, but worth noting. It's a sanitary activation. Nowadays, everybody is trying to avoid touching anything as much as possible, especially in public locations. So things such as an electronic sensor can be, with a simple front motion, can be the solution. It also helps with quick installation, quick water fills, quick access to hydration. What is going on in the world? Well, what we're seeing is that people are wanting to temporarily disable their drinking fountain bubblers. For common sense purposes. People think that they're potentially dirty and they could carry a lot of germs, and that's an area where a lot of people's mouths may get too close for comfort. There is no regulation saying you need to shut off your bubbler heads. Just seems to be a trend going on right now. So with that trend, we manufacturers such as Haws, we're trying to keep up with that demand to try to get things to be a lot less touch activated and make sure that we're keeping our building elements such as drinking fountains as clean as possible, but still as accessible as possible. So what we are hearing, we got some confirmation from the CDC, and they said that facilities should develop a comprehensive program to make sure all devices that use water are regularly cleaned, drinking fountains being one of these. In addition, the CDC reiterated the ADA standard, which says a bottle filler by itself cannot replace a drinking fountain, which is the requirement per the ADA standard. We have to make sure we are still offering bubblers and dual height drinking fountains to anyone who may be disabled. CDC reiterated it very recently that you cannot replace your drinking fountains with bottle fillers. So those who may be considering completely retrofitting to bottle fillers only, it will come full circle and there may be issues if you do not have your bubblers present. So the recommendation, maybe upgrade to a unit that has a bottle filler in addition to your drinking fountains, but make sure you're meeting your minimum ADA standard compliance for drinking fountains and then consider adding bottle fillers. So when you're at that point to start adding bottle fillers, not only are people adding bottle fillers, but they're wanting to make sure that they're touch-free. So let's go over some of the options that Haws are offering. We now offer all of our existing drinking fountains. We've got many different styles, many different looks for all sorts of applications. They are now all offered with sensor operation, as you can see. You can either have both your high and your low drinking fountain sensor operated, or maybe you have a desire to just have one. Both of those are an option, but we're now providing a completely hands-free and hygienic operation. All you have to do is simply move your hand or your body in front of that sensor and it will activate the drinking fountain. There's also retrofit kits now available. So if you're at a facility or you've worked with a facility that has a lot of existing Haws drinking fountains, again, we've been doing this for 114 years, so we know there's a lot of drinking fountains out there. You can retrofit your existing drinking fountains to go from manual operation to sensor operation. So those kits are available as well. There's no need for you to completely rip out that Haws drinking fountain and replace it with a sensor operated unit when you have these simple retrofit kits. The benefits are obvious. You're going to get hands-free, touchless operation. We can convert most of the existing Haws fountains out in the field from push button to sensor operated. That's going to allow more time in between cleanings because the idea is we're not going to have people touching that button at every single activation. It's a sleek, modern look, tamper resistant. And as always, if you know the Haws brand, we are built for durability and for longevity. In addition to our drinking fountains being able to be retrofitted, if you have any of certain specific Haws bottle fillers in your facility, one up here as an example is our model 1920. We have the retrofit kit to make it sensor operated as well. So nice, quick, easy change out in the field. As mentioned, we have had some bottle fillers out there for over 10 years that were sensor operated. This was the modern bottle filler that Haws came out with in 2010 when the bottle filler movement became popular. Two different options. One is recessed in the wall, one is surface mounted on the wall. Just depends on maybe where you're installing it and what aesthetic you're looking for. They both are touch-free, sensor operated. We've got antimicrobial components such as the drip tray and where the water spout comes out. It has a filter built in with a filter indicator light to let you know the status of the filter. It can be plumbed or it can just simply drain into the drain pan and that can be dumped out as needed. It's a very aesthetic looking unit, very easy to use, very easy to change the filter, and again, giving you that touch-free operation. In addition, it has a self-purging feature where every 24 hours, it's going to purge about 2 seconds worth of water to make sure that we're clearing out the line and preventing any possibility for Legionella growth. On top of that, we offer customization. Who doesn't want customization? Who doesn't want their school logo all over everything or their hotel name all over everything? So there is a customization option for this particular bottle filler. Let's dive specifically into the more recently launched electric water cooler by Haws. The intent behind this product was to allow you to not only install this in new construction and new facilities to give you a new look, more advanced technology, and better chilled water, but also it was designed to effortlessly retrofit over other manufacturers' models. There are a lot of water coolers out there, and sometimes maybe we're just looking for an upgrade, maybe a new look, maybe advanced technology, which is what we are offering in this electric water cooler. It is a progressive design as well. There are proprietary electronics on this bottle filler back panel that I'll talk about in just a moment. And there is built-in energy savings mode above and beyond any type of water cooler currently offered in the market. So there are 4 main designs that you're seeing here. You're going to have your standard single electric water cooler. Then you'll have your high and your low to meet ADA compliance. Remember, we need a low drinking fountain at the right height for those in a wheelchair. And then we need the high drinking fountain at the right height for those who have disabilities bending down or stooping. This is why we call it a high and a low. Then, of course, we have both of those options with the bottle filler addition. All 4 of these can be filtered, and all 4 of these do not have to be filtered. That's where we have 8 total models. The bottle filler, it is touchless activation, sensor operated. We've got your beloved bottle counter on there to let you know how many plastic bottles that you're saving. In addition, it has that 24-hour purge that we mentioned. That's going to clear the line to make sure we're preventing any potential for bacteria growth in the water line. There is a hidden information display, maybe for the building owner or the maintenance person to know where the filter is at, what capacity is remaining. It'll tell you if there's any errors. It gives you a lot of different information and a lot of flexibility. In addition, it actually allows you to program the cooler to stop chilling the water whenever you want, whether you're in an office and no one's in the office on weekends. So there's no need to be chilling the water and pulling unnecessary energy when nobody's utilizing the unit. Or think about now, we've got lots of buildings that are unoccupied, lots of schools that have gone virtual, where there may be hundreds of these electric water coolers. Why are we chilling the water? Why are we letting that compressor click on and utilize energy when not needed? So our unit has that flexibility for someone to go in and program when they want that cooler to be chilling water and when they don't. That's a feature that no other water cooler on the market offers. As mentioned earlier, this cooler was designed with large clearances, and what those large clearances offer are 3 things. Ease of retrofit capabilities. So if you're taking a different manufacturer's electric water cooler off the wall, there are going to be the existing rough-ins. Well, with this large clearance, we're able to retrofit over 95% of other manufacturers' models. We have the wiggle room, we've got the clearance to fit over those rough-ins, the electrical and the plumbing. The second, it allows for easy filter replacement. We know we have to change the filter if we have a filtered unit, and the last thing you want is for there to be a mess in there and it takes you way too long. There's a nice clear access to get to that filter. And lastly, with that simplified design, we've done field interviews. We've had plumbing contractors install this unit and then go install another manufacturer's unit. And in comparative testing, this simplified design is eliminating approximately 40 to 60 minutes per unit. So if you're putting up a new building and you've got 10 of these, you're saving potentially 10 hours of work time on installing water coolers. That's a lot of time savings that ultimately translates to a lot of money saving, right? Our unit overall has a smaller footprint. For those of you possibly in California and some areas of Massachusetts, we know that all building elements are required to be within an alcove. Anything that protrudes more than 4 inches off the wall, that's going to allow you to design that alcove a bit smaller. So that's saving some room, saving some design areas for other building elements. From a certification standpoint, we're good. We've got it all covered. We are assembled and designed in the United States. We meet the ADA standard. Your filter is certified to NSF. Our electrical is certified to UL, etc. We have many different patents based on some of the advanced technology that we have based on the bottle filler sensor. We have an enhanced tankless evaporator. We're the only manufacturer that does not have stored water in our electric water cooler, because stored water equates to potential bacteria growth and potential metal leaching. We have taken the tank out of there and made it a tankless style, which ultimately makes it the safest way to chill water. All right, so that was our electric water cooler as our standard offering since April of 2020. With everything going on, one of the biggest things we've seen out in the field is facilities taking off their drinking fountain bubbler head, or taping them up, or putting signs up. So we decided to develop a product to help with that. What we designed is we took our electric water cooler and we now have a bubbler deactivation feature. So you can purchase this electric water cooler As the models that we were talking about, we have our 1211S and 1211SF available for deactivation for now. We will look into our other models available for bubbler deactivation also, but at the time, this is what we have available. It simply is adding a -1000 to the end of the model number to let us know that you want a model that has a bubbler deactivation feature. The bubbler will still be shipped. You will still have the ability to put that bubbler back on when hopefully this entire pandemic goes away and we want to go back to meeting ADA compliance. We've got the ability to put that bubbler right back on. But in the interim, if you do not want that bubbler, we simply have a nice aesthetically pleasing cover plate that you can put over there with a little Haws emblem on there to really help the user understand, hey, we're not recommending you use this drinking fountain. Here's your bottle filler option. In addition to that, the back of the bottle filler where there's text and usually our bottle counter there, it's actually going to have a notation that says fountain off. So that'll help the user understand, oh, where's my bubbler head? Why can't I drink out of this drinking fountain? I get it. I can use the bottle filler because that's touch-free and more hygienic. What this unit allows you to do is maintain ADA and building code compliance in the future when everybody decides they are feeling more comfortable allowing their users to utilize the drinking fountain. So you can go back to having your bubbler head back on there. It does not require you to modify any of the water lines. It's a simple elect shut off of the bubbler. The bowl and the drain will completely remain intact, so really the only difference is the bubbler will be gone. There will be signage such as what you're seeing on the screen provided to let your user know this is what we recommend. We have a touchless bottle filler only available for hygienic hydration. That's a tongue twister. And as mentioned, that bottle filler message will say fountain off. How to do that deactivation? We've got a nice quick video available on our YouTube page here. One of our designers did a 3.5-minute video to teach you how to do that back and forth. Not going to go into detail, but very, very simple. As mentioned, it's reversible. It's easy to do in the field once you purchase the unit and have that installed to change the bubbler on or off. One thing to note, it is not retrofittable for existing Haws water coolers in the market. So anyone who has a Haws water cooler from April of 2020 to now, that is not a feature that we offer to retrofit. But if you order anything from here on out, you've got the ability to have this bubbler deactivation. Moving forward, the next thing that we heard, we want all touch-free water coolers. Great to see that your bottle filler is sensor activated, but what about the drinking fountain? What if I want to maintain ADA compliance by keeping my bubbler activated, but I don't want anyone to be touching the push bar? We have now designed a completely sensor operated, touchless, hygienic water cooler. That's available on almost all of our existing electric water cooler series, which is our 1200 series. There are only 2 units that do not have that option, as they have no electric components within them to do that. So the sensor is being added in addition to the push button. And the reason we have that redundancy is in case the sensor has an issue or whatever may happen, you always have the option to push that bar. But the idea is we now offer completely sensor operated activation. This is a guaranteed to ship product. We have it in stock, we're ready. We know there's other manufacturers having some issues with lead times because bottle fillers are and electric water coolers are in such high demand right now, specifically bottle fillers and touchless products. So we're happy to say we've got these available and ready for you. And the only difference in price is adding $283 list to the existing price of the electric water cooler. So that would be that addition for the sensor. You're going to be completely ADA code compliant because you are still offering your drinking fountain, meeting your minimum ADA drinking fountain requirement. It is redundant with the button as mentioned. There will be instructional signage provided in the box. You do not need to order that separately. One of the features for the sensor is an object block message. So in case, hey, a piece of gum or something gets in the way, for 1 minute, the bottle filler display, where the bottle counter usually is, will say clear object, clear object. The water will continue to run on the drinking fountain. After 10 minutes, the water will shut off as a safety feature to make sure we did not flood out the area, and you'll simply need to recycle the power. So nice and easy, built-in safety feature for a sensor. These sensors as well are not retrofittable on existing water coolers out in the field. As mentioned, you will need to purchase a new unit to have this feature. In summary, there's a lot going on, but we're really excited to be able to offer all of these things. We really have 4 electric water cooler offerings. So the first is all your standard electric water coolers. That's going to be your sensor operated bottle filler if you so desire, as well as a standard bubbler. Then the second option is ordering an electric water cooler with a bubbler deactivation feature. That's going to be available on your model 1211S and 1211SF. F is for filter, and then you add the -1000. That means I would like the bubbler deactivation feature. Ship it to me with the bubbler, but with the cover plate and the instructions and the signage, so I know how to convert it back to a bubbler when I would like. The third option is going to be your electric water cooler sensor operated. That's available on almost all of the existing 1200 series, and you simply add an H to the end. And then the last option is going to be a combination of the two. So you could have your electric water cooler be sensor operated and have the option for bubbler deactivation. So the 2 models that we offer both of those features on is going to be your 1211SH-1000 and your 1211SFH, F is for filter, -1000. So lots of options to meet your facility's needs or your customers' needs. So in 2020, we've launched a lot of products. We've had our standard electric water cooler. We've offered the retrofit sensor kits for your standard Haws drinking fountains that are already out in the field. And then now we offer sensor operated additions to any of our standard drinking fountains that you can order. We also offer the electric water cooler bubbler deactivation option. Retrofitted over in the deck of a sink. It can be retrofitted in a water cooler. It can be retrofitted to a drinking fountain. Then you've got your model 1900 here. This will also retrofit over existing drinking fountains, existing water coolers, and can also be standalone and can drain back into the wall. This will be manually operated. Then we have your model 1920. This is a retrofit bottle filler to existing drinking fountains. As we mentioned, it can be sensor operated. It can also be freeze resistant and put outside. And then we have your standard manual operation as well. All bottle fillers can have a chiller added. All bottle fillers, you can add a filter in line as well. One of our outdoor offerings is our modular bottle filler and drinking fountain series. So the idea is really you have this base pedestal and you have so many sections on all the sides of the pedestal, including the top, to add any of the 4 accessory options. That's going to be your bottle filler, your drinking fountain, your doggy bowl, and not shown here is a hose bib that can be locked. So 4 different options that are interchangeable in the field. It's made of vandal resistant 3/16" stainless steel exterior. It should be stainless, I'm sorry. It is ADA compliant. You're going to get your 1 GPM flow rate out of the bottle filler, but as you can see, this is modular. So the idea is if you didn't purchase this with a lockable hose bib and now you want a lockable hose bib, you can have a lockable hose bib. If for some reason you want 2 bottle fillers instead of 1 bottle filler and a drinking fountain, you could take that drinking fountain top off and replace it with a bottle filler. Lots of modularity and adjustments available to you in the field. Customization options from a logo and a color standpoint are available. From an overall hydration product offering, just want to keep you in the loop. In 2010, there was a lead-free requirement, AB 1953, that said all plumbing equipment needs to have a lead content of less than 0.25%. As of 1990, we were way ahead of the game. All of Haws products are certified lead-free. Well, that's it. A lot of information. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're as excited as we are to offer all of these touchless chilled water, bottle fillers, and drinking fountains to you. We have a new website, so please visit www.hawsco.com. That's the same URL we've always had, but with a nice facelift. Your customer service number here on the screen, as well as their email, and then we always have tech support. Say you have a Haws fountain and you'd like to get that retrofit kit to make it sensor operated. We have some great technical people on the line that can help walk you through that. And we do have a live chat feature on our website, so feel free to use that to get some nice quick answers. Thank you again for watching this. Feel free to reach out to Haws or visit our website. Have a great day.